Yeah, I'm going.
You going?
You gave it to her.
All right, what's going on? It is Tuesday. We're talking new video games.
Let me try again. Let me try again.
You want to be in it?
Here we go.
Okay.
But I'll be in it for a second.
Okay, all right. We're doing it live? We're doing it live. What's going on? It is Tuesday, and we're talking brand new video games again.
Every week.
Every Tuesday. And the top game of the week is Humanity. It's coming out on PS4, PS5, and the PlayStation VR.
Humanity is
VR2.
like humanity to man.
Humanity is what? Are we going again? Are we going still?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay. So the top game of the week is Humanity, which is going to be on PS4 and PS5 and PlayStation VR 1 and 2. It's a weird game where you like have to send people to these goals and you use a dog to do it. I don't know, it looks cool. It's Japanese, it's weird. And then the other game is Lego 2K Drive, which is a Lego game where you drive fucking cars and you build them, and yeah, it's for kids. You're not a child, so don't get it. But if you have children, you can get it. So I can get it because I have a child, but you can't because you don't have children because you're barren, probably. Anyways, I'm gonna watch No Effects. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go. Bye.
He came back.
I came back.
He came back.
Dick move. You're just gonna leave that kid there? What's wrong with you? Alright everybody, let's talk about the notable title from 20 years ago, Lost Kingdoms 2. This is an action RPG from the developers at From Software, who you probably know as the team that makes Dark Souls and Elden Ring and Bloodborne. But before all that, they were mostly known as the company that made Armored Core and occasionally dabbled in, action RPGs that were kind of middle of the road, not very interesting or exciting, or really making, very many waves. Released 1 year after the first game, Lost Kingdoms 2 picks up decades later, with players taking on the role of Terra Grimface, the little girl who was abandoned in the opening movie. She is now grown up and part of a guild of thieves. She's out trying to, find her place in this crazy world and come to terms with being abandoned as a child. The core gameplay element in Lost Kingdoms 2 is using cards to battle with. You'll notice in the bottom right corner of the screen there is a set of 4 cards, little, like a lizard guy and a goblin and some plant and like a fairy kind of a thing. Basically, these are how you attack. So, some attacks, like the lizard guy, are like a single attack where you slash with a sword. Others, like the little goblin or the plant monster, those are helper cards, which summons a creature to fight alongside you. Players don't actually fight themselves. They use these summoning cards to bring monsters into the battle for them. Unlike a traditional RPG where you would battle monsters to get stronger, in Lost Kingdoms 2, the way you get stronger is by collecting new cards. Cards are obtained a few different ways. You receive cards at the end of each stage. You can also find them in treasure chests, and sometimes you get them from defeating monsters. Once you've completed a stage, you will be taken to a menu where you can organize your deck, remove cards, add cards, and basically make yourself strong enough to take on the next group of monsters that you're going to face in the upcoming level. If you're a fan of tabletop games, this probably sounds really familiar to you. It's essentially a deck building game. You know, you start off with a handful of cheap cards that can get you through the opening rounds, and as you move forward, you gain stronger, more powerful cards in order to, win the game. The big thing here, of course, is how successful does this work? Well, Lost Kingdoms 2 didn't get really good reviews. They were mixed, not as well reviewed as the first game, and it just felt kind of uninspired. It just wasn't a lot there. It didn't feel fresh. It didn't really feel original. There wasn't a lot different from the first game, and it failed to capture players' and critics' imaginations. It just wasn't that good. Did I have fun with it? Yeah, it was okay. I'm not going to go and search out a physical copy of this game because it's probably super expensive and it's just not worth it. From Software, they're a good company, but not everything they made in the early years of their career were good. They just weren't, and this game is one of them. It's okay. If you can emulate it, check it out. Otherwise, just stick to their new stuff. Dark Souls and above, great From Software games. Before that, it's really like hit or miss. You really have to really be like a hardcore From Software fan to go back and play their older games because they're just not that great. Alright, well, I think that's enough about Lost Kingdoms 2. Hope you enjoyed my talk on it. And, we're going to move on.
Alright, so that was new game releases this week. I hope you had a good time watching. I had a good time watching No Effects. It's a good night. We'll take care. Hey!